Apple is a prominent hardware and software company best known for its series of personal computers, the iPod, and its innovative marketing strategies for its products. Apple Inc. engages in the design, manufacture, and marketing of mobile communication, media devices, personal computers, and portable digital music players. The firm offers products and services under the iPhone, iPad, Mac, iPod, Apple Watch, and Apple TV brands. The company was founded by Stephen Jobs, Ronald Wayne, and Stephen Wozniak on April 1st, 1976, and it's headquartered in Cupertino, California. Two key factors in Apple's external environment that can affect its success are public opinion and competition. Your competition has a significant effect on how you do business and how you address your target market. You can choose to find markets that the competition is not actively in, or you can decide to take on the competition directly in the same target market. The success and failure of your various competitors also determines a portion of your market planning as well. Any kind of scandal can be damaging to your organization's image. So, public perception of your organization can hurt sales. It's negative, or it can boost sales with positive company news. Your firm can influence public opinion by using public relations professionals to release strategic information, but it is also important to monitor public opinion to try to diffuse potential issues before they begin to spread. Stakeholders have increased their influence on Apple's business activities in the early 21st century due to the community citizenship and social responsibility being consistently integrated into business management. Customers, employees, communities, and business partners are among primary stakeholder groups that carry weight in company decisions and activities. Understanding the impact of these stakeholders on the business is especially important. Apple considers the interests and concerns of a number of key stakeholders in its policies and programs for corporate social responsibility. Stakeholder groups impose varying demands in different aspects of business. In Apple's case, their most significant stakeholders are also their customers, employees, investors, and the employees of their suppliers, as well as their distributors. Five ways in which these primary stakeholders can influence Apple's financial performance are as follows: through governance and social responsibility. Business governance is the official establishment of a mission, vision, and objectives that company owners or leaders oversee in small businesses. Historically, businesses have made maximizing profits a primary focus of governance and business operations. However, social responsibility has prompted many companies to balance social and environmental responsibilities with profits. Social responsibility in business has existed for some time, but some companies have chosen to play a more active role in environmental preservation and social responsibility because of pressure from the government and society. Customers have taken over as a central influence for many companies. There are one of the most impacting stakeholder groups for long term businesses. Companies have recognized that satisfied customers and established relationships are key to building maintainable success and continuous profits. Without support from your core customers, your business simply won't last. Companies who understand this and value their customers' relations are heavily influenced by this stakeholder group and give it primary value in most decisions. Employee interests have made a focus of most socially responsible companies as well. Employees have a vested interest in the company's success as they have devoted their time, talent, and energy to working for the organization. In return, employees expect payment for their expertise and qualifications, treating them as most valued assets, promoting a non discriminatory work environment, and actively involving employees in important decisions are among the ways companies have valued their employees as a stakeholder influence. Many businesses rely strongly on partners that help them provide the best value for their customers. Retailers have become increasingly reliant on strong supplier relationships to improve the best quality products at the optimum price point for their customers. Supply chain partners often collaborate on transportation and logistics. This collaboration has become integral in logistics and distribution as companies look to trim cost, strengthen focus on customer value, improve environmental preservation, and build meaningful relationships with a key group of trusted business partners. Companies not only have business accountability to partners, but often have ethical responsibilities towards them as well. Communities are commonly treated as a distinct shareholder entity. Beyond customers and employees, your decisions affect people in the community in which you operate. Managers with a well rounded view make decisions that gain favor in communities. Ethics are the key. More than that, though, involvement in local events and charitable giving programs helps you develop stability and the potential for longevity based on public support. Now, one controversial corporate social responsibility that Apple has been concerned with lately is the fact that they have been accused of improper labor activities. Now, though Apple claims in 2014 that that was a year of progress for them, reports from labor rights groups and researchers reveal troubling labor and environmental violations continue within the business. Reports from China Labor Watch and Students and Scholars Against Corporate Misbehavior detail many labor law violations at numerous factories across China. Disturbingly, this evidence shows that many of the same problems reported to Apple in 2013 continued to be persistent through 2014. Conditions have in fact worsened at several sites. These findings are contrary to the claims made by Apple in its latest Supplier Responsibility Progress Report released in February of 2015. On their website, Apple refers to 2014 as the year of progress, explaining in the report that they conducted 633 audits of 459 suppliers, at which they found 700 violations of the company's supplier code of conduct. In response, Apple claims to have put corrective action plans in place for all violations and reports that compliance of suppliers improves with every audit. Yet, Apple provides no evidence of which suppliers were audited, what violations were found where, or what specifically the company did about them, and whether the problems were actually corrected. However, reports from the China Labor Union provide a clear evidence of a lack of corrective action from 2013 to 2014. on both the part of Apple and several of its suppliers. Through undercover investigation on Apple product lines, it's been found that there are several violations of Chinese labor law and Apple's supplier code of conduct, and they are commonplace. These include work hours in excess of daily and weekly limits, forced overtime by employees, workplace safety hazards including locked fire exits and locked pathways, underpayment or lack of payment of social and medical insurance for dispatch and student workers, lack of special labor protections for student workers, and regular intimidation and verbal abuse of most of their workers. At these sites, workers logged as much as 15 hours per day and worked for 10 weeks without a day of rest in advance of the launch of the iPhone 6 in September of 2014. These workers were responsible for 25 million units of the new device. These conditions resulted in workers suffering crippling fatigue and numbness in limbs, fainting from extreme heat on the production lines, and passing out from exhaustion during their very brief meal breaks. Workers at one facility also reported feeling unsafe, given that some of their workshops were under construction. Now, Apple did not respond to questions about what corrective actions it took and its suppliers may have taken in response to these China labor law violations.